You know, many of my clients now refer to tenant rep as occupier, right? Kind of reminds me of the Czech Republic. It used to be Czechoslovakia. You wake up one day, they just changed the name of the country. I call them on clients that I've been training since the 80s, not the 90s, the 80s. I said, how's your groups doing? Well, we've got the agency. I kind of know what that group is. No longer investment sales is capital markets. We got the capital markets. And then, Mike, we want you to spend some time with our occupiers. I said, we do service training for property managers for tenants. No, those are our tenant reps, our occupiers. So it's okay, we've changed the name. So we're going to, tenant reps are occupier. Here we go. Diverse team, which Elke is going to talk about tomorrow. Client relationships, occupier best practices. This is the tool we love called CareerOneStop.com. It's free. It's part of the Department of Labor. And the reason we like this so much is it has done a forecast of the fastest growing industries by head count. And they've gone, is it now 2017 or 16 is the last data they have? 16. So between now and 2026, home health care services is going to grow in head count by 54%. If I'm a tenant rep broker, I'm looking at these industries on which ones I would be interested in that are going to have a huge increase in head count and wages. Businesses that have a forecast of increasing their head count by 50% need more what? Space. All right? So I look around for which ones are going to have huge increases in space. And so it's home health care. So I put in Home Health Care Association because I live in Orlando, Florida. I have no idea how many people are points of contact. So I go to Home Health Care and look what they've got, the American Association for Home Care. Jennifer has Jackie click on that link, and here's their homepage. And on their homepage, it's got membership. I like that. So I click on membership for one of two reasons, and I mentioned this yesterday. If this is a group that I think is one that I really want to get involved with, I'm going to see if they allow for associate members and how much that costs. That's the first thing I want to do. But second, I want to see the size of their contacts in Central Florida. So you go to their membership directory, and they're all a little bit different, but Jackie has gotten very good. Matter of fact, Jackie just left. She's gotten very good at cracking the code. And here comes the list. And we've got the list of all those that are involved, and she goes to List Grabber, which we talked about yesterday, and she turns that on, and it's a vacuum cleaner. And it sucks all that stuff off the vacuum, you know, the website. It maps into Excel, and from Excel, it comes into a group into our CRM called Home Health Care. I could have gotten the whole country if I wanted to, but I just decided to get Florida. And Jennifer will know this is a slight exaggeration, but not too far off. When we grab NAIOP, or maybe your firm's directory, this is exactly what we would do. But if I was a tenant rep broker, I'd say, Jackie, I'm curious how many points of contact there are in all of Central Florida that are involved in home health care. That's all I have to say. And this is most unusual, first that I was even in town, but then I'd say, I'm going to go pick up lunch, which rarely happens, right? I mean, we have lunch every day in the office, but what do y'all want? Jimmy John's, they say. And I go to Jimmy John's, I get the mini number 7, you get the roast beef, don't you? Yeah, and Jackie gets the salad, and you know, people get different things. Tim, I don't even know what you'd want from Jersey Mike's.
The veggie sub. I'm a cheap date.
We'd hook you up, though. And Jersey Mike's, I'm on the second floor of Altamont Springs Town Center, so that's not very far to the Jersey Mike's, 100 steps or so. 20 minutes, I'm back. She's got the database built for me. Pretty good, isn't it? And I says, I'm curious, how many? How many? She says, guess. I said, I don't know. She says 151 contacts, and the area codes of 401, 321, and now we've got a new area code. What's our new area code? 689. All right? So now, boom, like that. She's got it. 163. And then my next question is, were any of them in commercial real estate? And she says no. So now I know there's not a member or an associate member on the inside working home health care. I don't even think I'm going to be able to eat my mini number 7 because now I'm getting kind of excited as a tenant rep broker. I'm thinking here's a group that's under the radar that's going to increase their head count by 50% between now and the year 2026. Are y'all staying close on this thing? So now I have the group. I don't have to look up a contact, make a call. The database is there. All 163 contact records are there. They were built from the time it took me to go from my office 100 yards to Jersey Mike's and walk back. Or alternatively, you could take 6 months to build the 163 records. But a tenant rep broker does not want make a call, build a record. Make a call, build a record. They want to call, 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 call. It's their energy. And understand there is a DNA difference between an agency broker and a tenant rep broker. A wonderful agency broker is a fabulous mechanic. They're good with detail. Tenant rep brokers are high strung. They run at 10,000 RPMs. They want to go call to call to call to call to call. An agency broker would maybe build a contact record and with their patience could see it through. Tenant rep broker, they want to be on the phone. And so we need to make sure that we've created the environment that allows the tenant rep brokers what they do best, is to give them a directory that we know is going to have a lot of action. Association of Software Professionals. I live here, have for many years. I don't know the market. I can tell you probably more about Houston and LA than I can Orlando. But isn't there a lot of software people in Lake Mary? Are there a bunch of gamers over there? EU Sport, yeah. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe there's a bunch of software people. Same thing. Same thing with accounting firms. The data is all there. All you need is a $200. Is that what we pay? But they give it to us because they love us at egrabber.com. You buy it and it's good for several years. It's not a subscription. You own it. It's one of the most powerful tools that we've used. It's the fastest way for us to, we've been using it 20 years now. List Grabber. It's a product that you get from egrabber.com. They got all kinds of cool tools. They got a tool that if you have the name and the firm they're with, they'll build the balance of the contact record. If you got the name of the person and the firm, they'll come back with everything else. And every time I ask them, I said, how do y'all do that? They have the same answer for everything. Guess what their answer is whenever I ask them a question? Algorithm. Every answer is it's an algorithm.